We find say you're partial. Oh, Mr. General.
All right. Listen, I'm going to be in the movies pretty much every week until the end of the summer. But we out here, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, the third movie for Paul Rudd and crew. Once again, directed by Peyton Reed. And everybody's back. Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, Mike Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer. We have Catherine Newton as the adult Cassie Lang. Got a couple new faces. Bill Murray, William Jackson Harper, and of course our villain, Kang the Conqueror, played by one Jonathan Majors. And let's just dive into it. This is the start of Phase 5 for the MCU. We are jumping into the multiverse saga. And it's a good starting off point. We got a little bit of bits and pieces here and there in Loki and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So there are things that we know. There are things that we don't know. So essentially, you kind of have to know about the multiverse. You kind of have to have seen Doctor Strange, the Ant-Man movies, the Loki show, because it all ties into this. We have the quantum realm, which is pretty much a subatomic universe below ours, down below. As you know, in the first Ant-Man movie, that's where Janet was. That's where she was trapped for 30 years. And we get a little bit of retcon, easily explained. And let's start with that part. The kind of the not so great of the movie is there's a lot of exposition. Like a lot of exposition. Everything has to be explained. And it's almost like always in passing while they're traveling to another destination. Like the quantum realm is huge. Huge. So while Janet was down there in the quantum realm, she was there with Kang. Now, this version of Kang is not the version of Kang we met in Loki. In Loki, that is He Who Remains. Here, we have Kang, the Conqueror. Why is he a conqueror? Well, he was exiled by the other Kangs. And if you know Kang, he is a time-traveling, in this case, a multi-dimensional traveling being. He is our big bad for the next phase of the MCU. Jonathan Majors kills it as Kang. He brings such a gravitas to this role, this menacing aura that he has, that he puts the fear of God in. Michelle Pfeiffer is another person in this movie that steals the show. When she is on screen, when Jonathan Majors is on screen, the movie is uplifted. And it still has this, its moments, but they overshadow everybody. I love Catherine Newton. Been a big fan of Catherine Newton since she played Claire on Supernatural. She'll get hers, especially when we get the Young Avengers movie. And Paul Rudd is Paul Rudd. This is second nature to him. Michael Douglas does a fine job, and everything kind of comes together here. Because the movie feels both big and small. Big in the sense of we have the quantum realm. Small in the sense that it's still a family story. And that our five main characters, Janet, Hank, Scott, Hope, and Cassie, are our core. And they're who we care about. So, after they do the thing and they, essentially save the quantum realm, what's next? Well, stay for both the credit scenes. As for our action, solid action, big set pieces. This is a very CGI heavy movie. Very, very CGI heavy. and it holds up. Here we know the stories of the MCU visual effects people, which is really essentially being overworked, and they did a fine job here. They did a much better job than what they did in Wakanda Forever. But overall, this is a good movie. I don't go by Rotten Tomatoes. I think they are absolute garbage. They are trash. They are what's not good for the industry. So I give this to you as a fan. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not going to set the world ablaze, but it's not horrible either. And it's a good starting off point, or a true starting off point for what we have coming down for Phase 5 and Phase 6. Because it felt like Phase 4, nothing really made sense. Nothing was connected. They were just doing things. Whereas now we have Phase 5, we're moving the pieces on the board, and I can't wait to see more of Jonathan Majors. I can't wait to see what's next for this grouping of heroes that we have. Hope, Wasp, Paul, Scott Lang, our Ant-Man, and Cassie will probably be going by stature. I'm really looking forward to the Young Avengers. I think we have everybody. I think we're only missing Hulkling and Iron Lad, but we have everybody else at this point for the Young Avengers. But again, Ant-Man and the Wasp, 7 out of 10. Just a good movie. I definitely enjoyed it more than I did a lot of the other Phase 4 movies, because this felt like it had a purpose. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, 7 out of 10. Check it out.